We are back with another model showcase. And this time we are focusing on Spencer. Oh. Okay, I thought he was going to be done by this week, but he isn't, so he'll be happening next week. I guess for now we'll just focus on these two. Here are my models of SIDNEY and FLORA. These two are minor characters that hardly ever appeared. If you're new to the Thomas fandom in general, you're probably unfamiliar with these guys, especially FLORA since she only appeared like in maybe 2 episodes tops, I believe. But we all know how these model showcases go, so let's just jump straight into this thing and start off with SIDNEY. My take on SIDNEY isn't that different from his canon counterpart. He's still the forgetful shunter who means well, but I've changed his appearance and a few other things. For instance, his livery is not this weird navy blue with orange. He just straight up wears northwestern blue with red lining, albeit oil and grime covered, which makes it look darker. He was originally the Knapford Yards pilot, but was replaced after he accidentally sent Annie and Clairbout along Caitlin's train. As you can imagine, Thomas whooped his ass, and SIDNEY was sent elsewhere. He bounced around a bunch, but mostly works at whatever depot needs extra help, although most depots aren't really keen on getting SIDNEY to help. That's basically it for AU stuff when it comes to SIDNEY. So now onto how I made his model. SIDNEY was made from a Bachmann Class 08, the same brand as Paxton, although I believe SIDNEY's is a tiny bit different. These 08s have slight variations depending on the model. I took off the body from the shell and separated the cab, and then primed everything in a gray. Next was several coats of Avabarrel's Cobalt Hue, and the next were the red details. I basically just painted over whatever leaf details needed red, like these little parts on the top, the windows and stuff, etc. Just wherever was needed, really. The roof was painted black, and the handrails were painted in silver. And next was the fun part, that being the weathering. Weathering is usually really fun, especially when it's doing like oil stains. Basically just get watered down black paint and just go to town. Making sure it was fairly even but not overpowering so much. After weathering, I stuck the megaphone in the cab and put the model back together. SIDNEY was done. Fairly easy model, I'd say. Now on to FLORA. FLORA's character and backstory I have yapped about a lot in the past few years with videos, and she has a semi-important role in my series Porterverse coming soon. So we'll just jump into our model. Don't worry, this won't really take too long. FLORA was made using a 3D print I bought from Shapeways. I can't remember the manufacturer that made this, but I can't find them since Shapeways has since been defunct. But yeah, this was done over a year ago now. Around the same time as I bought the shell, I got these little trolleys for hand cars to put under the shell. But none of them worked, which is disappointing. I then just put the chassis work to the side and just focus on painting. After a quick priming, I put several coats of yellow paint on the body, red for the tram fittings, and a dark green for the windows. I intentionally strayed a bit from the TV series look. Instead of using whites, I painted the windows green. At first it was kind of a mistake, but I actually ended up liking it better than the white, so I just kept it as it was. I then painted the roof and the lining in a white. The interior was painted all black since that's where the boiler is, and yeah, it just blends in a little better. I almost put in these little model weights in there, but I couldn't figure out a way to probably cut them in half safely, and they look kind of ugly, so yeah. Eventually, I just took my old Sandy model and just stuck the little boogie underneath FLORA and called it a day. And she was done. These two models are admittedly pretty simple, but I would like to go back and update them a bit. SIDNEY just needs a matte clear coat, as I have to do that. And FLORA needs a whole lot of work, mostly power chassis and other things too. But maybe once I finish other major characters like Spencer, Sam, maybe even Bear one day, who knows. Once I finish my major characters on my list, I'll finally Monday sit down and fix up all my broken models. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all same time next week.